Hello and welcome back to Bricks and Banner, the show with real talk from the custom LEGO community. I'm your host as always, Billy, and this episode is a doozy. But before we start off with that, I want to give a huge thank you to everyone who supported the last episode. I'm really glad that you guys enjoyed the episode with Joe from Citizen Bricks so much. And as always, if you're curious to see some of the things that are referenced in this episode, head on over to the Instagram page that's bricks_and_banter to check out this episode's wrap-up post, and it'll contain images pertaining to some of the things we discussed. Now, with all that out of the way, let me tell you, this podcast almost made me quit. If they weren't all of my good friends, I'm telling you right now that this podcast would not exist anymore. This is the first episode to require 2 takes to complete, but that is really no fault of my guest. I should have been more prepared, and I put a lot more faith in us longtime friends being able to come up with dumb stuff to talk about for over an hour. And I was wrong. That was misguided faith. And that's not to say there wasn't some great moments, though, from the first recording. So I've made sure to include those in the beginning, and then it transitions into the second recording, which went far smoother and is entirely what you would expect from the average Bricks and Banner episode. There's a lot of guests on this episode, so I apologize in advance for any confusion, and there's frequent strong language used, so viewer discretion advised, I suppose. With all that said, enjoy my conversation with the builder collective, Ightlug.
Brick by brick, piece by piece, real talk coming live from the streets. Brick by brick, piece by piece, real talk coming live from the streets. Brick by brick, piece by piece, real talk coming live from the streets. Brick by brick, by piece, coming live piece by piece.
And we're here with some members of Ightlug. Rest in peace, Peter Warbricks. God bless you. I think he's fallen asleep. And but yeah, we're here. We're gonna go down the list. Introduce yourselves. Starting off with Jake.
What's up? I'm Jake. I'm a spiky guy on Instagram. I've been in the community for a couple years now. Started like 2016, and yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Next up, Will.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Will. 10 Dinosaurs. Been on the block for a while.
Oh.
What the fuck? You said introduce yourself, and then you just cut to this.
Oh
Damn.
my god.
Damn, he's been on the block.
That's really
He's been around. Ain't been up on the block in a minute.
Fuck you guys.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Real OG hours.
Yeah, I guess we're back to square one.
Thanks for your contribution, Will. Moving on, we have Liam.
God damn it.
Ain't no way that this is the intro for us.
No.
Yes. We're rolling now, Will.
Okay. I'm Liam, Raisin Bricks. I haven't been here very long, since like 2017.
Some might say he's not been up on the block.
He's not on the block at all.
Bro, no. we gotta reshoot this.
No, we're keeping it in there.
Also, keep the part about the bait and keeping it in, please.
Oh, of course. No, of
All
course.
right. Anyways,
We'll keep it raw.
and I'm Caleb Neighborhood Bricks on Instagram and the YouTube.
The famous YouTuber.
Now,
Yeah.
Caleb's been on the block for sure.
Oh, dude, my block is like 5 years long.
Caleb fucking built the block.
Yeah, I actually made a tutorial about it.
We're missing Wyatt. We're missing Skyler.
Peter's Warbricks.
Bricks.
Yeah.
We're
Wyatt's
also missing
WMX Productions.
Xander,
And Ethan.
Bricks, and Ethan.
Oh,
What
yeah.
about
Ethan,
Bobek?
for sure.
Ryan.
Legendary member. Legendary member.
Ryan's just there to be comedic. Like,
I thought we let him
that's
in.
his purpose.
Mr. Bobek.
He's honorary at least. man.
Rubricks. Squid
No,
Mom.
we gave him the badge at Break Fair, something like that.
All right. So, what is Ightlug?
Ightlug was a shitty joke that Jake and I made back in like 2017.
Mainly me. Pretty much only me. I started this from the ground up. It was like Brick Fair 18.
Never mind, just Jake.
And we wanted to start a lug because why not? We were like 13 years old. We were wanting to really like fit in and do whatever. So we started Ightlug. It was just me, Caleb, and Will at first. and then we let Peter in shortly after, and then
What a mistake.
Yeah, biggest mistake we ever made. And it like stayed pretty small for a while, like only us four. We like talked to a lot of people for a bit, but then we added like Liam. Oh, we forgot Leo. Leo's an Ightlug too.
Oh, of course.
How'd you forget
Mechanics.
He has not been on the block for very long. He's actually pretty new to the block. He's like the youngest guy out of all of us. Best
Wow.
builder out right now, honestly.
100%.
Yeah, true.
He's insane. The stuff he's working on right now is groundbreaking. I can Will take it away for the next part.
Yeah, what's the next part?
I don't know. Dude, this sucks. This is really bad.
Yo, we decided to cut the wrong person to record this
Yo,
podcast.
Jake, you can't give me a segue and then just build a ramp up to nothing.
Dude, just like improvise. Just like go with the flow.
It's
Bro,
jazz,
this is
dude.
Stairway to Heaven, but I'm just falling off at the top.
Dude, you've been on the block long enough to like know what to do now.
Oh, so like, are we talking about Ightlug lore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, no. So like, we just kind of started it. Like, you know, it was just like a group of homies back at Brick Fair. What, 18?
Yeah.
And we just kind of
Yeah.
started it because, like, you know, who doesn't want to be in a semi-exclusive, super cool love?
I can't
right?
wait for him to repeat everything Jake just said.
this is so-
This podcast is just us fucking dogging on Will.
Oh my God, this
Will
is
is
easily
sweating profusely right
Bro,
now.
worst episode yet.
bro,
fucking
this
Will.
is so... I swear, Billy, this episode's gonna have fucking like negative views on it. This has been the worst intro ever.
It's absolutely what I expected.
No, but we haven't been building. Actually, there's like remnants of the next year's collab that me and Liam have put together. Nothing like serious, just like little like ideas, just some techniques that we want to use, but nothing of real substance. Just I'm pretty busy. Liam's pretty busy. Will has no excuse. He has jack shit, but he doesn't build. Speaking of Will, let him talk now.
Let's go to Will with the news.
No, Will. No, I saw like
He's just, is he there?
no, he's gone. Like I think his like sister walked in or something.
All right.
Oh.
Okay. You
Liam-
know what?
Can we
I'm
just
gonna-
wait? Can we just wait for Will to come back?
Liam just gets going, and then everyone just has to shit on him. Just
You know what?
throw the
I'm
train
just-
off.
I'm just gonna segue, I guess, again. Just making more commentary.
Let's just cut the part where Will's not here.
Yes.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of editing.
Yeah.
If I can make a semblance of a
I
podcast.
We have, like,
apologize,
5
Billy,
minutes.
for all the editing you're about to have
Dude,
to do.
don't apologize. This is
I think
all
we
on
do
me.
have
I'm
to
really.
reschedule. Could you ask the community to ask this question?
Yeah, we could do that.
Reschedule.
I mean, you can salvage some parts
Can
of this.
we-
Yeah,
have some
we
content.
could have. There's at least 30 minutes of this solid.
Can we make it so we had to reschedule as like part of
Yeah.
the bit?
My
Like in the
hamster
final pod, it's like 2 different pods. This is gonna suck.
I just realized that wasn't a joke.
Wait, is that a joke or is that not?
Bro, he's fucking dead.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh. Holy shit!
How'd he die? Hamsters always die in like
Oh
an
my-
obscure way.
No, like we just found him dead.
I'm sorry, Will.
I'm sorry.
Did he die like
Oh my
in the
God.
monkey ball?
Are
Or
you
was he in a
okay?
cage? I'm gonna stop.
I don't know. He just kind of kicked the bucket. Like there was a note that said "fuck this, I'm out," and he's gone.
Oh my god! Is that excuse to reschedule?
Yes, please.
Holy
I
shit!
mean, I think I have one last bit I can try to get us to talk about.
No,
About
Yeah.
shut the fuck up, Caleb.
another post. If you want, fine. If you want to quit, I think
What
we're
is
doing
it?
some decent stuff.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Oh no. Oh no, I was just saying like one thing I've been noticing about like my own posts and looking back at my own feed is that like especially camera quality can just make a good build look like total dog shit. Like I've archived so many posts in the past like year and even like the past week. Like I just have like 10 posts left over that I am kind of proud of. Like you can see somebody like a super good camera um who just gets I guess it just makes their build look better. I don't know, even if it's not that good. Christ.
Caleb, thank you for transitioning from my hamster dying to your tangent about your camera quality, dog.
I was trying to. I was just trying to talk about Lego shit. I'm done. I'm giving
Yeah.
up.
I'm so sorry, guys.
It's a
We'll come
metaphor.
back strong next
You know
time.
what? You know what? Fuck the hamster.
You can't say that shit.
Bro, I'm just sad because it's been like a year. I thought it would live a little longer.
That's actually weak.
Get a better hamster.
Dude, your hamster's just bitch made.
Dude, no, facts. Like, I'm gonna go to the store and ask her a refund, like, tomorrow.
You walk in and slam it on the counter. This shit expired. I need a new one.
So are we gonna include the hamster
Absolutely.
dying bit next?
No, Billy. We can open the next one with after a tragic occurrence. We are
Dude,
back.
what if we hold a memorial next one?
So unfortunately, guys, Will's hamster has died due to being bitch made.
Dude, honestly, Will's hamster took a sacrifice to like make this more.
Alright,
Yeah.
Like, this is feeling
So
good.
Billy, is this
Oh, it's-
confirmation that we're just gonna reschedule?
I think so, man.
All right, man. Well, it's a little late for me, so like,
Alright,
just
so
don't
we're
add me to
done.
some Discord so I can hang and chat with you all later. But I'm gonna go to bed.
And that concludes the first recording. Both of those bits were just too good to not see the light of day, so we had to use that as a bit of a, a cold open, a preface to the real podcast, the full episode. In the second recording, Caleb, aka Neighborhood Bricks, was unable to record with us, but Peter, aka Warbricks, who was supposed to be in the first recording, was able to make it. So there's going to be a little bit of a switch, but it still goes into a typical intro, and hopefully that'll help even more so get you acclimated to everybody's voice. With all that said, enjoy the rest of the podcast. Podcast, take 2, new guests. We have Peter on, redoing the intro. Starting off with you, Will. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. My name's Will, and I'm 10 Dinosaurs. Been around since like 2017, I want to say.
Oh, shoot. So you've been on the block for a minute, huh?
Yeah, you could say that. One could say that.
All right. Very good. Glad to have you. Next up's Liam.
Yep, I'm Liam. I'm raising bricks. I've been around since like 2017.
Awesome. Peter.
Hi guys, I'm Peter. My @ is 4bricks, and I've been around since 2017.
Lots of 2017s. Jake.
And I'm Jake, spiky guy. I've been around since 2016.
No, dude,
Oh.
you would not.
I have the post, my first post. I'll send it to the podcast.
Oh
chat
yeah,
right now.
the winter one.
Yeah,
I-
no,
I
I've been
love
on the
that
block
film.
the longest actually. Other than Billy.
Fuck you.
All right. And that's all the Ightlug members we have. RIP to Caleb. He made it into the first cut and not the second. Do you guys want to go run down the other members of Ightlug that aren't present?
Yeah, so we got Wyatt, WMX Productions, Skyler, Raiders Bricks, Leo, Mechanics Lego, and
Big legends.
Xander, Amaze Bricks.
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
Also, big shout out to Ethan. What's his at? Like Historish Lego or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
yes.
Nick Lober, Parvis Magna Builds.
Yep.
Don't forget Seth.
Seth.
Cock knuckle bricks.
Dude, Seth's account is like non-existent, so it doesn't matter.
Did we mention Ryan Bubek?
Ryan Bubek! Bubek!
Bubek. Mr. Bubek.
I completely
Put
blanked
respect on his
that.
name.
What's his account? Hold up.
Base bricks.
Brubricks.
Oh, I
Bricks?
thought it was base bricks. My bad.
It is Brubricks.
Yeah,
Wow.
you're not a real Bubek fan, Jake. Damn.
My bad.
You think you know somebody. All right, man. So getting into it, we'll just start again, top down, same order. Just go a bit deeper, like a brief summary of how you got into the custom side of Lego and really the larger community. So starting with you, Will.
All right, so I mean, I always liked, like, as a kid when I first got my Lego set. I remember like thinking, oh man, this is really cool, and I feel like I might stick this out for a while. And then I think around maybe fifth or fourth grade, I saw my first Catch and 8 video, like that iconic Call of Duty video. And
Oh shoot.
I was like, oh my god, these like custom guns look amazing. And that's how I kind of like went down the rabbit hole of discovering what Brick Arms was. And then my mom, who knew I was really into the whole scene, was like, oh son, there's a thing called Brick Fair. You wanna give it a check out? And then we did, and that's where I found like Citizen Brick, Brickmania, and all that. So that's where it really started. And for the better part of middle school, I think it was just me like being a kid, just like messing around with it, playing with it. And then eighth grade, that's when I started my account, but I didn't really post on it. And then my freshman year of high school, I started making like little combos here and there, and really starting to get into it. And that's when I started branching out and meeting other people.
Awesome. It's always been only been up since. You're one of the dudes I've known for actually a long time, and scammed at first time meeting you.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it was
this
all
is true.
good.
Many are saying this. Yeah.
Many well documented accounts.
Billy doing what he does best.
On to you, Liam.
I guess I sort of started to get into it in and around 2017 when I got a Tomcat 15 video in my YouTube recommended.
Big shout out to Tom.
Yeah. Prior to that, I wasn't really aware of the custom Lego community. Like I'd gotten Lego sets when I was like a kid, but other than that, just
Shut up, Will. You're doing so good.
God damn it.
There's so many chats that's just gonna be a collage in the wrap up. Like, anyways, keep going, Liam. You're good.
God damn it. Okay. Yeah, so I had like gotten like Lego sets when I was a kid, but I hadn't really get into like Brick Arms and Brickmania and stuff like that. So a little bit after that, I started like following like Brickmania on like Instagram and stuff, and shortly after that, I got an account, and I think I posted first in like 2018, I think April, and from there I was just sort of like just branched out and started talking to new people, started getting into like lugs and stuff.
Word.
All right, up to you, Mr. Warbricks.
Okay, so I remember I always liked like the military aspect of it of Lego. I remember like some of the first things that I saw of like the custom side was like those Halo animations on YouTube, the Lego ones. And I like looked into Brick Arms a little bit, but not too much. So I would just kind of lurk with that, and then eventually I started watching Caleb's videos actually, and that kind of got me into the military scene. Like I would literally be like home and I'd be googling like some of these builds. I think it was like 6th or 7th grade, but I'd be googling some of these like custom vehicles, and I'd see like there's a lot of stuff from Flickr, but I didn't actually know what Flickr was at the time.
Right.
But I would just be looking at that stuff, and it was really cool. And then I kind of just made a Flickr and then Instagram, and I just kind of started building like my account from there.
Didn't you enter into one of Caleb's YouTube contests?
Yeah, no, I did. That was like one of the first like builds that I like did and like posted. I need to find it because I still have all my videos on YouTube. I just haven't privated.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Like I could totally pull that up.
So you started you try to get on the YouTube grind too, like
I did YouTube for a while. I mean, like I still have my account. I still have like 300-ish subs, but like I just kind of stopped. It was like a lot of work to just keep up posting with it,
Yeah.
So
the YouTube community is really interesting when it came to Lego back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's elsewhere now.
Yeah.
It's too bad. All right, on to you, Jake.
All right, I had like a similar start to Peter. Like I was like lurking for a long time on like Google Images of all things. I just Google like World War II lug.
Word? Yeah.
Military.
Yeah.
Really?
But I was like familiar with Brick Arms from a young age because my cousin used to be into like the Halo stuff back then.
He used
like,
to be
he told me
Brick
about,
Arms?
Dude, he was
like,
Brick Arms.
He was Brick Arms. But he used to like I found out about Toy Wiz. Like I thought Toy was like the only
Oh, dude.
distributor of brick arms ever. And but I watched a lot of YouTube videos too, like the Keshin 8 videos of like the Call of Duty and Lego. I was a big fan of like Peyton series, X39's like building series, and like Caleb, of course. He was like a big one for me getting into it all. But yeah, I also like the YouTube start, and then I made a Flickr and Instagram about the same time. And I just was building from there. Just I built a D-Day mock, I built a Bastogne mock, just the stuff you build when you're 13 years old getting into Lego.
Typical. Dude, Toy Wiz was really sick. They actually had like their physical location in New Jersey, and I had stopped there like once or twice and actually was able to buy brick arms like in person. It's a great experience.
No, there's a Bricks and Minifigs near my house, like 20
Oh,
minutes
yeah?
away. They sell brick arms there. They have like a weak selection, like the weakest selection possible. But all the little kids can get in the brick arms in
Yeah, it's a
person now.
start. Gotta teach them while they're young.
Dude, while we're on memory lane, I think we should all remember. I don't know, maybe like you guys don't, but a big part was GI Break.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't they?
That's-
Everybody
When did
talked
they?
about it. I
When did
never
they
made an
shut
order.
down?
They went under like what 2 years ago, I think.
No,
it's
it was like
way long.
3
Dude,
or
that's
4.
pandemic. That's pre-demic.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
it's
yeah, no,
like
like
it's like
3
4 or
years ago,
5 at
3,
this
4
point, man.
3-4 years ago, yeah. But I remember that's where I bought my first custom figure. It was the Spectre figure from Eclipse Graphics, and I thought
Oh,
it was
yes.
so cool as a kid.
Yeah, that's a great piece. Dude, GI Brick was absolutely the best. Every season with the freebies.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, and I never actually really got into it because, like, as a kid, I won't lie, my parents were a little bit stingy about buying like these third-party things because they always thought like, ain't no way, and like they're just like very like precautious people, so they'd always like be telling me like, son, 100% a scam, and I just kind of grew up like, huh, maybe it is a scam. So I kind of missed out on like, a small bit of this stuff, but getting into it now, like I'm very glad that I got to have some parts that I did.
Totally. Totally.
I relate to Will in that, like, my parents were just like, why is this like piece of plastic like $6 fucking we're not buying this for you.
Yeah, and then now it's the stuff that you miss out on that resells for like ridiculous
Stupid, yeah.
amounts.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! Back in the
Yeah.
day, there's so much stuff I could have or have had that I just let go for nothing at all.
Yeah, for like $20, I'll be like, yeah, here's this MRU Oakley for 20.
Especially at Brick Fair where it's like, dude, if you just literally buy me a McDonald's burger after this, like you could have it.
Not you, Billy. You're always on the come up, Rick Fair. You were like helping Boobeck out, being like, "I'm not gonna scam you. I'm not gonna scam you."
And then I scam them.
You ran his pockets. You ran his pockets dry.
Dude, look at all this Gucci Mane fig. I mean, it's not that rare, man. But
It's not really
I'll
that
take it off
rare.
your hands.
Best
Look
I
at
could do is 50. That's it. Yo, Will, when you send it selling me humongous, it's not that rare.
That's
It's
just
really not.
happening, man.
It's really not that
happening.
rare, dude. I don't think you need it, honestly.
Yeah.
Didn't you say you were quitting? Come on.
Dude,
So-
I've said I'm quitting to Jake like 30 times within the
Oh
past
my
like
God.
2 days. Like
Yo.
we'll be sitting there in the call like doing something, like playing Fortnite or something. I'll just be like, Jake, I'm gonna be real with you, dog. I think this is it.
Like, so it's just like, shut up,
Dude, I don't care.
After my last post, I honestly might. I don't think I could top it, so I might as well just end on a
fucking
high
end
note.
it, yeah.
Just
Thank
literally
God.
sell the rest of the collection after this.
No, but like everybody has this arc. Like even Liam at some point was like, guys, I'm so sick of Lego. And then
Yes.
he built a
Leading up
tree.
to Brick Fair.
No, and then he built a tree and was geeking out about said.
Nah.
It happens. It comes and goes. Do you guys think there is a future where you completely let go of Lego?
I mean,
Or is it something you hope to have, even if it's in a smaller capacity in the future?
I think eventually I'll like fade out of the community when I like become an adult, become a real adult, not
When you stop being a
18-year-old,
virgin?
I guess. But like I think I'm always gonna like have an appreciation for like sets as a whole. Like I'll probably buy some like Star Wars sets when I'm 50 years old, like hating my life. Just
Totally.
buy like a cool UCS set to like
Buy like
Forget
an
about my
$800 AT-AT.
a good financial decision.
Only the
great
best
financial
financial decisions.
Yeah, no, I think I'll always have like a small capacity for it. Like even now, I don't really like I haven't touched my Legos since Brick Fair pretty much. But like I haven't really wanted to sell any of my CV or like parts or anything because like I figure that I'll get back into it at some point. So
Right. All right. Moving on a bit. Obviously, the collective of you are here because you are members of Ightlug. Um, how did Ightlug get started?
oh boy.
So Brick Fair 2018 was like the start of Ightlug as a whole, but this group started before that in like I guess early 2018. Would you say was Beaterlug?
Oh my god, dude.
Big deep cut Beaterlug. Cello Redivo, myself, Peter, Will, who at the time was Fiery Spaghetti.
I missed that name, man.
Alex, was it Alex?
Yeah,
Compliant?
yeah, Alex, yeah.
But We Builds era
Wheat
Alex.
Builds.
Oh yeah,
Chad Alex.
Good
dude,
times.
peak Alex right there.
When Alex was based.
No, but it was like us four, or us, whatever, however many people there were. But that kind of like faded into obscurity because it was like a total like meme lug.
Yeah, I did not have any part in naming that. But
it was all Peter's idea.
No.
But, and then Brick Fair came along, and we were like, after Brick Fair 2018, we're like, we need to start a lug. Like, we need to be the next Thug Lug. Like, Thug Lugs, fucking, they're quitting. They're done. We need to be them, whatever. Because we used to really be like big Thug Lug dick riders back then. Admittedly,
Yeah.
we were. And so we came with Ightlug. The name comes from, we were saying like Ight-Bet a lot because it was 2018. So it just kind of stuck.
His name really hasn't aged well, but
But now there's two eyes because the first account was deleted from Instagram for a random reason.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
It was just really unfortunate discrimination, honestly.
Yeah.
Some view Ightlug as a terrorist organization. Maybe that's why.
Some might say it's a psyop.
A total psyop. But that's like the foundation of it. It was only me, Caleb, Will at first. We let Peter like a week later.
Fuck yeah.
And then we let Raiders in. And after Raiders, it was like Wyatt and him at the exact same time, basically. Wyatt just like got an informal invitation.
Yeah.
Then Liam and Xander came along at the same time at like Brick Fair 19. And then we let Leo in a few months ago.
Yeah.
That's basically
New
the history
blood.
of Ightlug. That's
Yeah.
the deep lore everyone's talking about.
Hell yeah. So with Ightlug, of course, being formed at Brick Fair and all that, you guys would often collaborate with each other, and that's typically the goal coming around each year is that you all get together for a build. So this last year, Brick Fair 2021, you had the Ludendorff Bridge. How did that come together for you guys?
Jeez. So that was really last minute, to be honest. I think we finalized it like, what would you say, Jake? Like 4 months before Brick Fair?
Not even. I'd say like either May or June is when we like really set it in stone that this is what we have to do.
Yeah, and then everyone kind of started scrambling to get their stuff together. I think Caleb, Jake, and Liam were like the fastest with putting their stuff together. I literally built all 4 of my plates for the collab like 2 days before I had to leave to the con.
Typical.
Yeah.
Typical.
Well, listen, in my defense, I had to wait on a lot of parts, like those ramp pieces that I use in the bridge. I had to buy one. There's like each Bricklink store only had one, so I had to like, buy them individually.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, but yeah, I put that together last minute. Probably it was like 80% done. Like there's pretty basic terrain. I just wanted to get it done. Because I knew we could have put like
Your
final
plates were not
preps.
80% done, Peter.
70
You
to
forgot a giant
80%.
funnel.
Peter, like Peter, Jake and I
On the
were like,
generous side.
Hey,
Jake and I were like the
something
only
like
ones.
that, man. Something like that.
Jake and I were like the only ones involved with like planning, like, and that was like 4 months before. Like,
Yeah.
like we were like yelling at Peter to like get his shit done.
Dude. Hey, I got it done, and
Liam
we
and I
worked
played
on it
it.
at the con, and it ended up pretty decent.
No, I remember just being in a call with Jake, and Jake's like, "Yeah, I've been watching some Beyond the Brick interviews recently. I watched Nassau, and they're like, yeah, we started putting our stuff together like pretty late, you know, like April, like, and it was like May at the time, and we were like, oh fuck.
Yeah, we were like, oh, a little late, but
If you don't start your build 2 weeks before, you're honestly not a real fan.
yeah,
And
you're just
we've been
not
saying that we were going to
dedicated.
plan this year's collab since like 3 months ago. We've been saying we're going to do like 2022's collab soon. We're going to plan it out so we can start building because we're all busy. Yet to be planned.
Yeah,
It
right.
is yet to be planned, and we have like 6
We have a
months.
while.
Wow.
We have
Oh,
more
we
than
got so
enough
much
time right
time.
now.
Yeah,
We got so much time
Yeah.
until there's a month left.
Yeah, time to procrastinate for like until like July.
Yeah,
That's what we did last year. Dude, July was like grind month, and
it
like
was.
it was so awful because of just like the plates that Jake and I had were literally like building sideways with like hinges and shit like that, and it would have been fine if it was like normal layering, but like trying to fit those pieces together was just like awful and tiring. Just to
No.
like do for like hours, you know.
And also just like finding time, especially in the summer. Like despite what like most people think, we actually have friends outside of Legos. So we can't just build
We have
24/7.
lives.
Yeah.
This is a very controversial take. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
This is the biggest like Ightlug secret that's coming out that we're not all losers.
I mean, maybe not. Maybe Peter. Like,
Fuck
is
you,
a
Liam.
loser, but
No, it's just like finding time to like build and like truly like get into the groove of things. It's hard because I know there's some people who just like pick up bricks and build whatever, but like I forget how to build after a amount of time. Like because I don't build for 6 months at a time every
Yeah.
year.
No, I'm scared
You are like a seasonal builder. It's like a unique thing. Like
Yeah.
you legitimately only come in like half the year.
Dude, I'm scared to start my next build because like I actually haven't built something in so long, so I don't even know where the fuck to start. But
my motivation only lasts for like a week until it like dies again for like
yeah.
a month and then comes back for a week again.
How do you guys typically brainstorm or get inspiration for what the next collaboration will be?
We got last year's idea from Nick because that's what Italy was originally going to be. We just kind of like do things that we think are cool and that we think could be a good build.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
we don't want to like have a repeat of some couple of our old collabs that were just like fields. Because we
Yeah.
realized that like that shit is lame. Like that sucks.
We try to focus. It's not so much the theme. Like, we don't really care too much about that. It's more of like how can we find some like unique take on this type of build, or like what can we do that's gonna like really stand out.
Mm-hmm. Like
Right.
we could have a theme that's like really basic, like World War II or like World War One, I guess. But what matters is that there's like unique landscaping or just something about the build that like makes it stand out. You know.
Yeah, that's
Right.
kind of what we did with Ludendorff. Like,
Mhm.
big
Yeah, like
ass-
the
big
battle
ass stone.
actually.
Yeah,
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 like,
no,
we're
it
gonna
has a
be trained
distinctive-
and a tunnel, like just very distinct things at the location, and
Yeah.
2 towers. But you know,
one and
Peter
a,
doesn't
one
build.
and a half. 1.5.
It's blown out. It's blown out.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's important to differentiate from just the like massive green terrain, and you could just say it's from anywhere and reuse it for like 5
God.
different scenes.
this
Those
mox
are the
derby,
best
man.
builds.
So painful.
It's about the layering. You just don't appreciate.
Is your
Oh.
build good if you can't repurpose it 10 times?
Honestly,
about
in my case, no, because I only want to repurpose my stuff. So, have you guys decided on the theme for 2022?
Nope.
Just
Kind of.
Or have we?
Me and Liam have. But
Yeah, we like Jake.
we
and
will
I
not
have
be
sort of-
saying this though.
Yeah, we won't be mentioning. We won't be
Man.
going into further detail about it.
until
let's
2
just
months
say
prior.
It's
Yeah.
gonna bang.
It is.
Y'all better
All
not
right.
be with that Ightlug shit.
Oh, it's not. Trust me.
Good.
You know, that will be interesting once there's the big APOC collab,
Yeah, the recessed wall collab. That's
the recessed wall collab.
Toby let it slip to me. It's
it
a
could have
recessed
been a
wall
cool
collab.
idea. You're literally just not a visionary. Like me and Billy.
Me and Will really did come with the ideas for that, and you just poo-pooed them all. Like,
Your ideas were a recessed wall. That was it.
yes,
That was
you
the
have to
entire idea.
conceptualize it. You have to conceptualize it.
Dude,
There's a lot
lovely
of
wall right
depth.
there.
There's a lot of height, which isn't often played with. Think
Yes,
about
it is.
No,
That's just the problem with Jake, though. Like, I could give Jake like a really complex, beautiful build idea, or like just any kind of idea, and
any
he
kind of
uses
recessed
two-
wall.
No. No, Jake will like boil it down to something like really simple and really boring.
You literally, the idea was to have 10 different recessed walls. And that was
That wasn't the idea.
You're telling me you're not inspired for that?
I'm gonna find pictures of that you were drawing of it, Will. It's literally just like a pit of recessed walls. and that's
Yeah, no,
it.
see, but you're like when you said it before, you forgot the pit. The pit.
Dude, don't leave out the pit. That's the
It's
most important
crucial.
part.
Crucial.
Oh
Dude,
my
I thought
God.
the LA River idea was actually pretty sweet, but
It's just like the LA River is cool, but it's like the ugliest thing like known to man. It's a big concrete recessed
I know,
wall.
but if it's APOC, it's got to be ugly. So we're already at an advantage.
That's not. You got to think about it like this. You got to be like, wow, this is a concrete wall. We got to do something else. It's like how we go about
Damn,
historical builds.
this wall is only concrete. It's not recessed.
It's not
Pass.
recessed. There's no
It's
pit.
just like when we go about like Ludendorff, we didn't want to just do like a field and call it Operation Barbarossa and just put 15 T-34s on it because it's like that sucks. Like that's bad.
Yeah.
Objective bad.
Objectively off.
There's the entire Lego community is complete objectivity, by the way. There's no such thing as subjective takes in this Lego community.
There is no such thing as subjective truth. This is so true.
Good take.
Real.
But it's like being interesting, doing something that's like not just like you don't look at something and you're like, ah, that sucks. You don't want that to happen with your build. That's what's gonna happen if you build the LA River.
Or recessed walls.
No, Jake, you're
Shut up,
playing
Liam. The
me.
recessed walls will slap. You don't understand.
Cope.
Yeah, but getting into the community bits, instead of roasting everyone, which Ightlug has or has not in the past been a proponent of, allegedly, of course.
Allegedly.
What's something in the community right now that you actually really enjoy seeing, like a bit of a trend that's occurring?
I think World of Darkness has put out some of the coolest builds of the year. I think like top 4 builds of the year are like 3 World of Darkness builds.
Yeah,
I think it's a great thing for the community. Crazy vehicles, insane scenes. The scenes that the guys are doing are crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
So I think World of Darkness is really cool. I've
Yeah.
wanted to build for it for a while. Never actually will though. I think.
all the stuff it just really pushes the envelope, and then even like the community is actually getting people to really improve and like get new builders involved. It's really amazing what they got going on.
Yeah, no, it is. I think my favorite thing probably is like vehicle builds, and like a lot of it is like is kind of coming from Leo, so you know it's kind of like self-serving to say it, but still, I think he has some really cool stuff. Like probably my favorite vehicle builder in the community.
Again, shout out Mechanics Lego.
Shout out Leo.
It's good to see a lot of the Flickr like OGs. It's good to see a lot of the Flickr OGs like making comebacks that like kind of rekindling their interest in the hobby because, you know, like their stuff it hit before they left, and it's just great to see it back because like that's really what I always looked up to when I was like younger. I think so.
Yeah,
No, I agree with that. Like super recent, seeing like Max come back is like pretty big, just because like I like are fans of Max Sweetie's builds. Like it's clear the influence is clear. Like we like Max Sweeney, and it's cool to see him back. Like the new stuff he's doing is really cool. It's just like wow, maybe the community can start making cool historical builds again.
Ightlug is pro Sweeney, but yeah, I guess we have the pandemic to thank for that because I know quite a few of the people who came back just because now they had so much time to do something. They're like, huh, I guess I'll take a spin with Lego again. But there really has been a lot of great members to just get back in the community. It's been good.
You heard it here
Anything
first.
from you,
Billy's
Liam?
pro pandemic.
Billy supports COVID-19.
Yeah, but I guess going off the point, like it's like nice to see Flickr, like old Flickr heads coming back. Just because I joined sort of like after like all of them like left. It's like I think I made my Flickr in like 2019, my Instagram in 2018. I'm gonna block the piece of. I'm gonna block.
Don't
chat
do
with the
this,
piece of
Will.
paper. I'm, I can't. Never mind. I'm gonna just go. Keep going. All right. Next question, Billy.
Oh my god. I
All right,
don't
so
know how well
moving
it'll be
forward, what were you saying, Billy?
like but I don't know how well it'll transfer into the wrap up post, but there's a chat feature in the software we use to record, and just like a type chat feature, and Will constantly antagonizes Liam whenever he talks. So every time it's just he can't catch a break. But yeah, no, I agree with that, Liam, because I can't imagine for you guys, it's like you're looking back on sort of like a ancient history. It's like just no actual connection to these people. It's just like going to a museum and you're like, oh, yes, the greats that have formed what we have today.
And it's sort of interesting because there's a lot of guys that are like joining the community like just now. So, for them, like putting yourself in their shoes, just their perspective on like the whole community and history of like the builds and stuff like that.
Totally.
Yeah, it might be. I didn't even think about that, but it's probably really weird for like some of these new builders. They haven't like seen some of these older things that like were like really important builds or like builders who had a major influence on stuff. So it's kind of weird to think about.
In a similar vein, then, what do you guys think of quote unquote copying in the community? Because for a lot of these people who are like new, it could be helpful to gain that practice and before you develop the style, to sort of just copy what's already out there and do it for yourself. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, you kind of have to copy, like to an extent, you can copy to like what, like learn and make your own style. But at the end of the day, like if you're just copying, it's still copying. Like if I took an iPhone and I taped a piece of like paper to it and I said, this is actually an M phone, like it's still an iPhone. It's just I taped like a stupid piece of paper to it and I'm passing it off as my own. Like I see a lot of people doing like that. Like I remember when Liam built a rock. Like I saw that same rock repurposed like 30 times. And people were just like, "Yeah, look at this sick rock I made."
But my rock was famous.
Dude, his rock changed lives.
You know, like the
We're
rock was
rocking with the
Liam's
rock.
claim to fame right there. But
It was the Liam rock.
I do remember this though, because y'all were sending like pictures of it from other people, and it was literally a direct copy of the rock.
No,
It was kind of crazy.
Okay, there's no problem, to be honest, with like taking some liberties with people's builds and like making it your own, because you do learn a lot from that. The problem just comes when you're like kind of hesitant to credit. That's just like, I don't know. It's just doesn't come off good, to be honest.
I don't think any of us like take it like personally when like someone like copies any of our builds. Like we're not getting actually like angry over it or anything.
We're not starting flame wars anymore.
Oh my god.
Anymore.
Yeah. Oh my god.
No, I do think we should bring back like not giving breakdowns and like gatekeep builds again. I thought that was like so funny back in the day. How, like, people would ask for breakdowns and like people would just be like, no,
Nah.
like, you don't get one.
Nah.
But like now people are selling instructions and it's making things too easy for people. We need to bring back gatekeeping.
Low key, okay, but low key, I kind of like I'm honored if someone like copies a thing from me. Like if they build something that I've built and they put it in their mock. It's cool.
okay, Peter will say this and then look at a mock that was inspired by his and have a breakdown in the call. He'll be like, look at this shit. Look at this shit.
Dude, that's only the case with certain builders. But you know,
Peter, no, bro, like some kid from like some European country will build something and then like it'll slightly resemble Peter's like dumbass mock from like 2 years ago, and Peter will be like, all right, this mock,
dude, it will
raggedy,
more than
looks
slightly
like
resemble
ad.
it.
Peter's like, I'm changing lives with this shit.
Going back to Liam's rock in a bit. What do you think of all the accounts that just have like one post and it's a work in progress on Instagram?
They should
That's a thing.
finish it off.
Wait,
Yeah, there's tons
elaborate.
of posts like
Elaborate, yeah.
like I see a lot of builders who will have like 1 to 3 posts and everything else is privated, and it's only like incomplete mocks and work in progress.
I mean,
I mean, like we're not really ones to talk.
Talk.
yeah, we kind of
Like,
don't we
when it
kind of
comes to,
don't
like,
actively
finishing things-
post.
But okay,
So-
we put Ludendorff together. I mean, it was a scramble, but we got it.
I mean, I don't think I don't think there's anything wrong with like having a slower output of builds. Like definitely quality over quantity is important. So
I mean, just like I guess just post the final product. Stop posting.
Yeah,
like,
stop
post whatever you want. Just like post the final product. If like you only have like 2 posts on your account,
Keep like 4 posts this year, Liam, and half of them are whip pics.
Damn. Okay.
true, real,
Okay.
real,
Too real.
real.
Good thing Liam can't see the chat right now after taking a piece of paper, otherwise he'd be crying.
No, I think like those post. I think they should post more. Of course, like I think the people who like private everything they build is a little silly. Like if you put out a bad build, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah,
Like,
I
at
think
the
it's
end of the day,
I think
the,
it's
like,
better to
community.
keep those up because
Yeah,
like
you
it
can
just
show
shows the
progress.
growth. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
But there are some stuff where I like see a build and they private. I'm like, yeah, better off doing that. But I mean, I have a lot of stuff in my archive of just like I used to ship post a lot, like 2019.
Still do.
I have never ship post in my life, starting recently. That's like my New Year's resolution of 2020 was to not ship post, and I never did this year. But I used to ship post all the
Yeah,
time. Like
no, me too. It was pretty.
it was bad too. Like it was like clinically unfunny stuff. Like it was just like stuff like if I saw someone post today, I would like groan out loud. Like I would just be like,
no,
oh.
I second that. I second that.
Diagnosably cringe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have quite a few of like my post archived. I actually should go through now and archive more because there's some I really dislike at this point.
Especially your newest post, Billy.
Billy, can you archive your whole page, please?
I might. I really might
No.
just delete it all after this post.
We gotta
There's
push him
nothing-
over the edge.
We don't get any better than this. But you got to keep some of the really early stuff just to show the growth. All right, so this is going to be an attack at will, but do you guys share your hobby with your real life friends at all? Because it's something I find that a lot of younger community members are shy about doing, and understandably so, because of like a lack of awareness of how people might actually perceive it, and there is like sort of dynamics in school that would make it difficult. But
Dude, yeah, no, little kids are assholes. Like if it comes up, like I'll show my friends, like my fucking Instagram, and they'll be like, "Oh, that's neat," and then that's kind of it. So
The,
I mean,
the
no, it really
idea-
depends because, like, especially in high school, because like so many people are caught up in like the most pointless drama and making like the biggest deals out of nothing. So like in high school, I feel like I definitely like shied away, and I still kind of don't like to reveal this that much because like it's just like a hobby, so I don't think it's that deep. But it also depends on like the crowd that you're around. So like for Liam, I know it works out really well. But he spends
what?
his days like what T-posing with people and like
with the cross
You know what?
country team.
You know what? We'll die literally. This is what I mean. This is just like
Liam,
every day in a
Liam
call.
and Caleb.
I cannot.
Liam and Caleb are like, guys, look at my new Lego post. Share that shit.
Okay, Peter, you have absolutely
mean,
no
no,
room
'cause,
to
like,
talk.
I
You
know
have
that-
less room to talk than
Stay
me.
mad, Liam.
I know that Liam like told us that like he told a few friends, and then like I was like, oh, like good for him. And then I remembered that like Liam marched down the hall like singing. The
Whoa. No, okay, like actually, shut the. I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm not.
You know what, Liam? Cry about it. Go put on your Ushanka and cry about it.
okay.
Dude, if Caleb was here, oh my god, he'd be getting this right now.
I wish Caleb was here so we could be getting this.
I'm like open about Legos to my friends. I don't like show them my account though, just because like I have a lot of people over my house and I don't like hide my Legos on my desk from them. But at the same time, like I don't want to advertise everything I do build because it's hard to explain like why I'm building a World War II. Like Nazi bridge to
Yeah.
the person.
It's a little awkward when they ask about like why the Adolf Hitler figure is so accurate.
Why
It's
there's
just a
why I have
little
a
awkward.
weed Hitler on my desk? Why? No, but like I mean, I show a lot of my friends my CB of just like movies we like. Like I have the Big Lebowski set, and me and all my friends love the
Dude,
Big
some
Lebowski.
of my friends,
So like,
some of my friends love the CB shit like exclusively. They're like, this is sick.
Mhm. I mean, like, like when it comes to high school, yeah, like earlier, like that's why I created a Lego Instagram account. Just because I'd be like scrolling through like my normal like Instagram feed in like school, and if like anyone like looked over at my phone, like they just see like Lego, and I just got like self-conscious about that, so I
Literally more
That's right.
embarrassing than scrolling porn in school.
yeah, like
Scrolling
more
Lego.
basic. Like oh this dude's definitely a virgin. Okay.
for me, it's like the complete opposite with like still having a Lego account at least. Like when I first started, it was of course like I don't want like people from my school knowing I build Lego. Now it's like I don't want people from like this community, like these little like goblins, knowing anything about my personal life. Like,
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, no,
God.
that's like actually facts because like I remember like after every break fair after 2018, some kid would always request my Instagram and I turn it down, and I get the same request about 50 times for the next like 4 months.
Dude.
Oh, okay.
Shout out, shout out to Spencer because he actually has really grown up since I saw him last Brick Fair, in comparison to the old times. But like a couple years back, maybe probably like 4 years now, he's tracked down my personal Instagram just because it's like was my name, and so he followed it, and I just saw like the request pending there, and I'm like, bro, the lack of awareness is just astounding.
he's like one of the I blocked his account on my personal his Lego account. I follow him on his like personal now, but like I was like I knew about the stories of him trying to follow people, and I just like blocked him as precaution, just like off the bat.
Dude, I remember
But
I
he's a
did
cool
that.
kid.
I did that. Like I tried to follow some people's like personal on my Lego.
Oh, you were one of those people.
Dude,
Oh,
you were
no.
one of those people, Jake. Come
No, I
on.
was
Yes,
not.
you were.
I swear to God.
Yes, you were.
I used to be like a weird kid or whatever, but
Nah,
I was
you
never to
were.
the point where I was not requesting Max's account back in the day or anything like that. Like,
Oh no, but while we're on the topic, like with a lot of the kids nowadays, like yeah, us when we were younger, we might not have had like the cleanest track record. I mean, like who does, right? Like when you're young, you're probably annoying. Like my first interaction with like Toby wasn't really the greatest, and like for all like actually with Danny wasn't the best either. But like
Nobody can
Will,
stop.
Will, you got a
Nobody can
spare.
stop
You
Sean.
got a spare
No.
AK receiver.
you got jokes. No, but like also we weren't like overly obnoxious. Like kids nowadays, like I've had like 3 kids from the same like group send me pictures and like videos of dudes just like making out. And,
And you liked it.
no, and I'm just like sitting there like, damn, this kid's like 12 sending me this. What am I supposed to do here?
Will like tells us about this shit. He's like, yeah, just like save it to my camera.
Yeah, no, but like, see, like that's the thing though. Like these kids will be sending me like borderline porn, and then I have to see. It's annoying because I have to deal with getting the message and then them going like, "What do you think?" And then I have to deal with the aftermath. Like,
And then-
Liam
yeah.
asking for the sauce.
No. And then you have to,
Yeah,
Will, and then you have to
Liam.
deal with the aftermath, which is you moving those photos from your camera roll into like private folders.
Shut up.
No.
Liam, dog, I think you're projecting, man.
Nah, he projected for sure.
Actually, wait, no. Let me give some context on my first interaction with Toby.
Please.
Oh, this is good.
These guys know this story well, but it's a pretty good story.
Legendary
so-
member, intense potato.
Yeah, intense potato. So I remember it was like my freshman year. It's like what's that first what's the Star Wars movie? Force Awakens.
Dude, I remember this.
Yeah,
I
that's-
remember this. Oh
Yeah,
my
Luke just, like,
god.
Like dips, right?
Yeah.
So I remember somebody posted like a Star Wars build, and it was like inspired by Force Awakens, and I left a comment because I saw like I think it was Seth who made a joke about it earlier, but I thought it was pretty funny, so I just kind of like Control C, Control V the joke, and I was like, oh, I really liked how like Luke just kind of gives up and dies at the end, and for whatever reason that like really picked a nerve with Toby, and he's like, oh, you little douchebag, like what if people haven't seen this movie? You're spoiling for them. And I like basically responded like, oh, cope, spud boy. and Toby wasn't exactly overjoyed by that response. So that was my first ever interaction with him.
That's so base. Was that on Flickr or
Yeah,
on?
yeah, that was
It
on
was on
Flickr,
Flickr.
dude.
Oh,
It's so
legendary,
good.
legendary. That makes it so much better. Oh man, Flickr was just
Dude, I feel bad for the people who like, because even in 2017, you could still sometimes find like really funny flame wars, just in,
Right,
like
right,
random
right.
comment sections, but it's just not around anymore.
people don't know nowadays.
It's probably for the best, but still.
We should
completely
uncover some
unaware.
posts that had like legendary
Dude,
flame wars.
Dude, I have
Just
one.
repost
I have
them.
one privately. I have one where it's like 118 comments or some shit. That's funny.
That's great. Those were good times. I wish I got myself involved more during them, but I just would sit there and scroll. Like,
I was completely unaware of the flame wars going on around that time.
Yeah, I
was
mean,
just-
no, but
I
like,
was
no,
sitting
because like
content.
Liam, you came in later, but like Jake, Peter, and I were there for it. But like, as bad as it might have been for the community, I honestly think that when people were being like absolutely horrible to each other, that's when we stuck together the best.
Interesting take.
you know what? You might be onto something. I like
Built
this.
character.
To
Like,
revitalize the
hear me out,
community.
hear me out.
This is like some
people,
shitty pro-war take.
No, that's not it. I'm just saying.
All right, Dick Cheney.
People.
Okay.
You form closer bonds when you have a common enemy.
Real.
Case in point, wheat builds in 2018.
That shit was so funny. He would get in the beef on anything. You could look at him wrong, and it was he would try to drag you for it. It was
We
so
should start
good.
doing it again. I
Yeah,
miss
no,
that era.
because I mean, look,
Bring it
I
back,
love
Alex.
Alex. Is
Take
a
me
great
back.
guy, and
Alex,
I
bring
love
it back.
but I remember like when I first joined, I would send him like a whip pic of like just some like random figure that I made for fun. And Alex, who was like what, like 2 years older than me, would be like, "All right, kid, let me be
Kid,
real with
kill
you."
yourself.
Like he'd look at the picture, give it a nice little like look over, and he'd be like, "All right, I'm gonna be real with you, dog. You should quit."
There's no way. There's no nice way to say it, and I can't lie to you. Just quit.
Yeah, he was keeping it real.
No, but those were like the days. That's like when Jake, Peter, and I were like coming up. So that was like an interesting time
Yeah.
for all of us.
Around that time, I was just waiting for Tomcat 15's D-Day to come out. It's a shame it never came out.
I'm still waiting.
Yeah, no, he's still working on it.
Is he really?
No, I don't know.
Dude.
How do you feel about the state the community's in now, as opposed to when you guys started?
Will do this one. He always talks about this.
I feel like I just feel like the kids nowadays are a little bit more like off the hook, like a little bit more out of pocket. Like I said before, like okay, if you idolize somebody and you think that they're great, just shoot them a message, be like, "Hey man, I think your latest post is like really cool." Don't send them like 2 pictures of like guys making out. Like, what am I supposed to take from that? You know.
Yeah, I think
So far, I think the community right now, like we're in like we're seeing more activity, which is like really great. And then there's like a couple like drawbacks to that, but for the most part, it's been pretty good. No complaints.
No, I think the community's at a pretty good point right now. I think there's a lot of good builds coming out. A lot better than like 2 years ago. Like 2 years ago, the community sucked. Honestly,
yeah, I think people
big low point.
people on average are like putting out a lot better stuff. There's just like a lot of new faces.
Yeah, and I think on the minifig side, you could even see that more abundant. There's been so many, like, brand new people to get into minifig stuff, and they're just killing
Yeah.
it right away. It's probably like
Yeah, that's the
the
problem.
best
We need less fake customizers.
minifig community's ever been, like, period. So, although you guys are mostly builders, a big part of the third-party community has been Citizen Brick, and that's obvious, like Citizen Brick collecting, and that's obviously changed a lot since the beginning days. How do you guys feel about the state of Citizen Brick? Because people from the old days are often critical of the direction and state it is in now.
I mean, yeah, no, like I always see people complaining, and we always see like people from our end complaining about like the military, and like people will be like, "Oh, no Marpat, no like German," and then when it drops, they'll buy like one. You
Mm,
know,
mm.
and at the
Real.
end of
Real,
the,
man.
like at the end of the day, like CB's a company, so Joe's probably just gonna move towards whatever like benefits him the most. And it's not like pop culture's been like the worst. Like I've been a big fan of like the recent drops. Like I'm very into the Sopranos, so I was very happy with that. But I know that Jake has like some interesting, maybe not so interesting, but I know he has a take on it.
He got takes.
He has a
I
take at
we have
minimum.
like the exact same view on it. Basically, like I was like clowning on Leo a while ago for because he was like getting all upset in the CB comment section, like we need more military. Why can't you make this specific Nazi or this specific army man? Like, I
Why,
just think it's like the
Joe?
dumbest
Why
shit ever.
haven't you made my favorite Nazi yet?
Joe, where's my Herman Goering figure?
Everybody is
Oh
always
my
like
gosh.
up the wall, being like, "We need military, we need military," and when it drops, they don't buy anything. Like I don't buy CB military anymore.
No, me
like,
neither.
Because I mean, it does suck. I think CB kind of sucks now. They
Space? What?
Just coming
but
straight
I
out the
think
gate.
like, I mean, a lot of the pop culture stuff is cool. I just wish he did like. I like the Sopranos set. I should say that. I think the Sopranos were cool. The Shining set was sick, but like, I think he's missing a big opportunity with Squid Game when he drops that. Like, he's dropping that like. He might have to wait for season 2 or something because like literally, who's gonna buy the Squid Game pack like 3 months after the show came out?
Oh my god. No, I mean, I want to add on that because, like, a lot of the new stuff, like the new military stuff, I'm not too big on. Like, it's cool, but I don't really have a use for it. And I actually kind of like the shift. Like, I like a lot of the older military stuff, which, like, I have some of, which is nice. But I like the shift towards more, like, I guess, civilian esque stuff. Because, like, some of it you can just use it more dynamically with like figures for like builds or whatever.
That is the best thing about CB is the
Yeah.
versatility of like their
It's so
stuff.
much more versatile.
Yeah.
Like if you have like a World War II build, you can use like you can have like whatever one of the suit figures from I don't know one of their agents, whatever. You could have it as like just a civilian. Like it's just a lot more dynamic.
This is like the coldest take of all time.
Fuck you, dude.
Especially now. No, I'm not. I'm
I
saying
lost my
next
train of
take,
thought.
not you, not your take. I'm not being mean to you.
Oh, okay.
About the new CB sleeves. Oh my god, they are so lame.
Yeah,
Like,
no, the CB sleeves are a big miss,
You know,
which is pretty unfortunate.
I gotta say though, I didn't like them basically at all, like everyone else did when they first came out, just being a little too large compared to like tiny tactical stuff. But now that he's coming out with them with printing on it, the print really takes away from the bulkiness, and I'm actually quite a fan.
Didn't he
Bad
print?
This sounds like something a corporate puppet.
He
would
printed.
say.
Didn't he print?
This
the
is what a
Tiger Stripe
Sister
on
Brick
him?
shill would say.
Yeah, Billy, we know Joe paid you off.
I'm sorry, I'm just not as based as Jake to come out and say I hated it right out the gate.
I just think like the new Tiger Stripe figure, such a sick like print, really really cool. And then he just chokes the sleeves like so hard.
I would have loved alternative where there was like a full arm and the sleeved.
That would have been
And
cool.
also the figure instead of being $25 was back to 15 or maybe 20.
Oh my
I can
god.
get Joe's trying to get his money up, like respect, but at the same time, like I'm trying to get my money up too. I can't afford this. So,
It's the same
that's
for
true.
for like their events, because their figures were 15 at one point, right?
Yeah, now
Like
there's one.
even like
Yeah.
I forgot what CB day. It was like the first one that I was in. Jake, do you remember that one? It's like when they still had a lot of
3 or
older
4.
military. 3 or 4,
I mean,
yeah.
they're doing the same prints that they used to. It's just they're doing them on the updated designs.
Yeah, true.
Which is like, I think the whole like V2, V3, V4, whatever German thing is like completely blown out of proportion. Like people act like it's like the biggest deal in the world that their Germans are cleaner now. It's all dumb. Like if you want rough looking Nazis, go buy the TMC ones.
Based.
Speaking of TMC is great. Though his Star Wars stuff is actually kind of cool. The recent stuff.
Oh, like the clone.
Just the prints itself. I don't like his helmets. I don't like any of the helmets he's been coming out with.
Like you got to give props to TMC. Like they definitely do like come off sometimes copying other companies, and whatnot. But
Yeah, 100%.
big shout out to TMC because I did make a lot of money reselling it.
No, I just wish Garrett like tackled pop culture that like isn't being touched by any other company. Like he only makes stuff that other people are making, which is like there's so many cool properties he could do, and that's like when he stride. Like he really is on top when he does something unique for pop culture stuff. At
Yeah,
least
but
I'm not
that
gonna like
just doesn't happen.
praise his Nazis.
We could really say that for all the companies. Like that's really the one thing that irks me the most is people who will just not even if they copy it, but just touch an IP just after somebody else has, like without giving it like an exponentially different take on it. Like it's just such a waste of resources in my opinion. Like I'd rather see them do something unique that's not actually available to the community yet.
Yeah, especially Joe Dirt. That one blew my mind. That
Yeah.
TMC and Mini Bigs were both making a fucking Joe Dirt figure at the same time.
Right.
Like, in all honesty, there's probably like 60 people in America who are like really gunning for a Joe Dirt figure. So I guess like their options are filled now, but still, like it's like such a weird thing to make. I'm going through the Minifig Co page right now. I'm
Dude,
not
literally
biased.
me too. I literally just scrolled past the Joe Dirt fig.
But like the taxi driver fig, like it's basically identical to Joe's. Just I guess this one has arm printing. But his Star Wars stuff is cool. Like his Scout Trooper that he recently dropped is actually sick. But it's a $30 Scout Trooper. Like I'm not gonna buy it.
I like the Hoth Troopers. They're sick.
But yeah, the increase in prices going back on like Citizen Brick stuff has actually made me a lot more particular on what pieces I actually buy. So I guess that's a good thing in a way. But
Maybe Joe's trying to get you collectors laid.
He's gonna try.
He's looking
gonna
out for
try a
y'all.
lot harder, but I appreciate it.
Hey, guys, I'm just trying to help you guys.
This is for your own good. You just don't know it yet.
There's a pack of deodorant that comes with each minifig now.
Stud Club reward of just a pack of deodorant. Goodness. But yeah, minifigs ain't cheap anymore. What was it? Sean sent in the chat that he picked up the Brickmania, the recent figure, and it was like $37. It's like,
Minifigs have always been like insanely
Minifigs are insane.
like expensive.
mean,
I like the older like MRE stuff, just because coming up in like 2017, like that was the stuff that
yeah,
those
that
were,
was
like,
the
first
style.
figs that I was buying. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the like first figs that I was buying, like World War II like military stuff, and I just appreciate like the old style, and it's like still like a niche with like the digital printing. Like I enjoy it, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's like the price is going up and people being like super picky with their prints now is why like a lot of people aren't using that much third party anymore, especially compared to how they used to.
Which
Like,
is
I see-
honestly a good thing.
I'm glad that people are like using less third party. It's opening up like more creativity with figures, and just more unique figures in general. Because there's so many of the same like TMC Nazi on the exact same build that you see over and over and over again.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
There's
like
so many, variants too. Oh, sorry to cut you off.
no, go ahead.
It's just like it's like, oh, we want like this specific like SS division.
Dude.
Like bro, like
Can we,
what?
can we get the 89 Waffen?
Can we get like the 12th Panzer division? Like that's just dumb stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a breath of fresh air to see more like simplistic figures.
You know what's really
A lot
neat
of the,
though on Brickmania is it's like a lot of their printed accessories. Like they have this Arditi fig that has like armor and shit. That
Oh yeah,
Jake
yeah.
got at Brick Fair, and I was eyeing one too. Like that stuff is really neat.
Their resin printing game has been unreal.
Yeah.
I think they'd make a ton of money if they started selling those separately. Like they could tax hard too. Like,
They sell some separately, but yeah, even if they were selling it like an egregious price, people would buy it instead of having to buy the full fig.
take notes, Dan.
If they were selling like those fast helmets for like $8 a piece, which would be egregious, like it should be like a $4 to $5. But I know people would buy a few at least instead of having to pay $30 on a figure. But please, if you're gonna sell them for like $4. So put on the story for some questions. Not much came in, but we got some good stuff from Gabe's Lego, friend of the pod. Who is the freshest Ightlugger
Will
in terms of
Park,
dress?
10
Will Park.
dinos.
Absolutely.
There's this infamous picture came out today. Actually, came out like an hour ago.
Just dropped.
Already engraved into my mind. But yeah, he looks fly, 24/7.
It'll be in the wrap up. Ah!
Can we blur your face, Will? Can we put like a Lego head on you?
Yeah.
We'll put your profile pic as the face. You got,
But
look,
yeah,
you can't keep those thighs all to yourself. They have to see the light of day. Will.
Yeah,
That's
those hairless
facts.
guys.
That's facts.
we've
That's
seen
facts.
that, but, like,
All right, y'all want to go into a copper drop?
I guess.
Yes.
Think,
Yeah, no,
I
this
think
is going. This is going swimmingly. This is going great.
we did it, guys. We did it.
Swimmingly.
You know.
I
This
mean,
guy
I'm
always
the
makes
X
fun
factor for
of my
this
like
right now.
word choice because at Brick Fair I was like, oh sweet, the door's ajar, and then Liam and Jake just start cackling. They're like, who the fuck says a jar nowadays?
Dude, who says a jar?
Who says a jar though? Like you sound like you sound like you're living in like medieval Europe.
Will
No,
got,
and,
Will
like,
got a
even-
dictionary like up his ass 24/7.
That's not even true. And even big man like C, he's like, I passed by him, I'm like, oh sweet, the door's ajar, and he looks at me, he's like, what the fuck?
Will's like, let me take a look at my thesaurus and see what words I will utilize today.
There's only
stay
two
mad.
people.
I don't sound like a second grader when I talk, Peter.
There's
Does
only
anyone want to go to the Citizen Brick booth and barter?
I will partner with Joseph from Citizen Brick.
That scallywag. Never putting out any aesthetically pleasing
When
prints
did I
nowadays.
get a British accent in the middle of all this?
You're British now. Sorry.
All right. So going into Copper Drop, you got the first item up is the Brick Arms M4 Wicked John Wick little blaster with the M-Lock barrel, P-Mag. Absolutely incredible. How are you guys feeling on this? Is it a cop or a drop?
Maybe I'll pick one up. It kind of really depends on the price point because a lot of the newer Break Arms like drops have been like $3 or $4 per gun, which I'm not too keen of. So really depends on that.
Got you.
Will definitely be dropping because it's not something I'd use. So that's just all. But it's pretty neat. It's pretty cool.
Personally, I'll be dropping as well. No real interest in it. I didn't even think it was a new gun when I first saw it.
He's like, why is Joe reposting this M4? Or why is it? Whoa.
It looks good though, looking at the picture. Like, it is cool. It's just I don't build modern, so I don't really have a use for it.
Understandable. Last up, Liam.
Yeah, probably dropping. Just same reason as Jake and Peter. Just no real use for it. In the like building, Don't
Totally.
do that.
Actually, no. On the topic of buying the gun, I'll probably contemplate buying it, talk to Jake about it, and then never end up buying it.
Will has done this for every single slave
Yeah.
one iteration since the UCS set. Like, he's like, oh, I need the slave one, and then talks about it until it retires, and then like a week later he'll like surf eBay and be like, why is it so expensive?
Actually, no, that's true. I get a bigger kick out of talking about and thinking about things I want to buy than actually buying them.
This is
Oh.
true.
For real.
Instead
is
of
a well-known
watching movies,
phenomenon.
Will reads movie plots about them and then tells me that the movie sucks afterwards. After Spider-Man came out, I asked him if he like saw the new Spider-Man movie, and he's like, "Yeah, I read the plot. It sucked." And just like left it at that.
we were playing Fortnite the other night, and Jake's like, "Oh, what movies do you like, Will?" And then Will lists out some movies, and then Jake's like, "Oh, you like A Grave of Fireflies? Because that's your Flickr username." He's like, "Nah, I just read the plot." I thought it was pretty cool.
This is in context.
This is the exact context that
No,
happened.
this is exactly what happened. This isn't even like I'm not making shit up.
Liam's just mad at me because I made fun of Liam for correcting his teacher when they were learning about World War II.
That's not
Like, you heard it here first. Like, when the teacher starts talking about, like, I don't know, Stalingrad or something, Liam sits in the corner and corrects him every step of the way.
This is Will's like fabricating shit right now.
Nah, this is all true. I was there.
I was the teacher.
Dude, I was the teacher.
Next up, something certainly everyone has a use for. We have Citizen Brick, these mini figures printed with some underwear and neutral face. How are you guys feeling about them?
It's cool, but probably will not buy.
They're nice, but they'll probably end up lost in my case with no real use. So I'm gonna have to pass on these.
A few years ago, I would have ate these up, but um, looking at it now, this is a hard pass for me.
Dude.
I don't think anyone will ever find a use for these.
These are just straight choking hazards. I just realized they don't even have the base. I thought these were like the Lego molds, but I just realized that they're like the actual.
Yeah, no, probably dropping. I don't really usually buy stuff like this, anyways. So yeah.
Yeah.
Drop.
I believe they're on the scale of being held in a minifigure's hand. So
Probably, yeah.
That's cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
it might be like a cool gag thing, like a lot of the CDs, like some of their stuff is, but
Mhm. yeah, it's definitely unique. Just on
Yeah.
the usability end when that's like your high priority.
They could probably do a cool figure with them, but I don't know anyone.
So last up here, we have from Crazy Bricks, recently released after their Kickstarter, is the Crazy Legs. There's all sorts of poses here, but yeah, how are you feeling about those?
personally, I think they're kind of cool. Like some of the poses are really helpful. They have like a kneeling one, I think.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I mean, it's not. It's something you can still do it with like normal Lego legs. It's just kind of a hassle, and sometimes it doesn't look the best. So I think it's neat, and I definitely might buy a few at some point and just give it a try.
Cool.
Yeah, I think I definitely caught just because I have a lot of memories of just like trying to take legs off like the hip pieces to like make new poses, and they'd always end up breaking.
Liam be snapping the pins.
Yeah, it was just like really painful to go through, that process, and interesting poses. Again, what Peter said. So yeah, caught.
For me, it's going to be a drop. I do think they're cool. They're very nice, but I bought some crazy arms at Brick Fair, and I never ended up using them. And I just think this exact same thing would happen with these. Like I would buy them, just never use them ever. So I'm just going to save my money.
Yeah, good point, Jake.
But yeah, I do think they're
I
like
think they look
cool.
pretty interesting, but I don't really think I'll have a good use for them. But if I see them around, I'll probably like play around with them. But I don't think I'd buy them myself.
I
Totally.
changed my mind. I hate these because I remembered that the one guy who makes the CD port started using them. And
Mike Ozichki,
yeah, so
huge legend.
huge drop
Friend
now
of the
after
pod.
seeing what he did that.
What Jake said about the crazy arms, my crazy arms from Brick Fair are like still sitting in like that giant box that I have not sorted.
Dude, I still have
Like
I have
months.
my plates still fucking all together. I just have not sorted anything.
I haven't broken a build down in the past like 5 years. Anything I've built has just been put into a
Billy.
box.
Well, okay, Billy, that's because you built like one thing in the last one.
No, there is more than one thing.
Okay, two.
Thank you for being accurate. Now it's.
Yeah.
But yeah, Crazy Bricks just announced too. He's doing another iteration of the arms. There's some cool poses. I would have made it for the copper drop, but it was difficult to get actual like pictures of it. But they actually looked. They almost reminded me of like stuff from Lego Movie or something like that, where the animation style's sort of breaking down the form of the figure, and they're like bending at weird angles. But it looks like sort of natural for the style. They came out pretty nice.
Looking at the Crazy Bricks page, these Spider-Man crazy arms are sick.
Yes,
Like the train scene,
I just
that's
saw that,
actually
yeah.
badass.
Yeah, in collaboration with people that they would actually print on the Spider-Man arms is super cool.
Yeah, I'm not that big of a superhero guy, but like all these superhero customs like have me like geeking. Like I think they're so cool.
Mhm.
Like all these new Spider-Man customs with the new movie, all sick.
All right, guys, we made it through. Thank you all for being on. This was less cancerous. I can't wait to edit it. I don't know
Dude,
how.
You're welcome,
how
y'all.
it'll turn out.
I saved it single-handedly.
We need to talk about gatekeeping at MCB.
Oh no, we
Make
do.
it, like,
We do. We do. So it was like I think we were looking at like some of the old heads coming back, and Jake and I were like, well, actually, mostly me. I was just like, yo, you know what we should do?
It'd be really
We should
funny.
gatekeep all the stuff they sold.
Dude, let's fucking prank him. Just not sell him anything.
I can't imagine though being an old head and coming back, trying to get like a single CB head back, and then seeing that prices shot up like
Yeah, it must be weird
500%.
because some of these people, like when they quit, some things like MMCB were still around a little bit. I think because they went away like what 20 like end of 2019, something like that. But it must be weird to like come back and see like some of these capes selling for like 20 a piece, which is ridiculous. But regardless, it's just weird.
I like how expensive stuff is because I have a bunch of stuff that kids want, and that's just common in at Brick Fair.
Money moves.
Jake, does that
This
give
is
you a
true.
power chip or something?
This is true.
No, actually, honestly, like the appreciated value of things, I like it only when it works in my favor. Like
Yup.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yup.
I'm not gonna lie. Like if it doesn't work in my favor, I hate it. Every inch of my soul.
I mean, I've never like had to like pay that much. You just have to like
You know,
get
you
Billy
gotta know
to
where
sell
to
to
find
you.
it.
But even then, Billy does not give the best prices. Like
Very true.
infamous scammer.
Infamous scam.
Infamous.
You just have to know where to look. Like there, I remember. I mean, it's not like this anymore. But like I remember, like a few years back, like on Flickr, you could still sometimes find people selling like pretty hard or like harder to come by CB for like decent prices. Like I remember, I bought a bunch of V2 Germans for like 5 or 6 a piece, which isn't like an amazing price, but like at the time, they were like still harder to come by. So it was like good to get them.
Retail price isn't a good price for an old
Dude.
item.
I mean, some of it was bad quality, man. Some of it was scratched up. But that was like the freebies that I got, so it was all good.
Shout
We
out
talked
Nate.
about this a lot before. Me and Billy at least talked about this a little bit, but it was the idea when Brick Fair 2020 got canceled. We talked about we talked about what like Brick Fair would be like with the new market, like the new inflated market about like, getting deals at Brick Fair, and it like stayed the same. Like I was still getting good deals left and right in person. Maybe you're just taking advantage of old heads who don't know what they have anymore. But
As I was saying, shout out Nate for hooking us up with MLC.
Oh yeah, Nate did. Dude, Nate sold us. Oh my god, I should have bought more. Yeah, I remember when he sold us at MMCB.
That was great.
So
We had a
clutch.
bunch of World War I MCB.
Yeah.
but
Man, dude, what you were saying about Jake? What was crazy this year? Oh shoot, what's his name? Freaking huge clone army guy.
David Hall.
David Hall, of course. I knew it was something like that.
David
Oh,
Hall.
his stuff. I remember that. Oh my god.
He put out a table at the yard sale. He literally told people like $100 you could have the whole table. I wish I was there earlier enough because I literally would have. I would have threw it all in my car. Because there was a bunch of loose bricks and everything. But in some of the bins was like actual custom stuff, and he had
Yeah.
like packaged brick citizen brick tiles and stuff like that. It was
Oh!
ridiculous.
I remember. Wait, didn't Wyatt buy a bunch of those, Jake?
Yeah, he bought the
That's
whole bag.
yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
dude.
So yeah, I mean, there's still deals to find.
That's true.
Shout out George. He hooked me up this year. He got me some good stuff at the bin. Sorry. Lost my train of thought for a second.
This is why we can't have a 3-hour episode.
Big shout out to George for selling me Alien after many years.
Oh, that's how Will got Gucci too.
Oh yeah, no, like big shout out to George for letting his Gucci go, and big shout out to Toby for like semi facilitating it, because George was like on the fence, and then Toby comes in and says, "Bro, that's 200 in gas money."
That was funny back in the days. I don't know who the two people were. I think one of them was Brayley that I bought from, and this is like 2016 or so. And they had it was like two misprint figures from a Citizen Brick Day or whatever. And I was gonna pay the price that Brayley like said, and then the person that was with him literally told him to like talk to Brayley down in front of me. He's like, "No, give it to the kid for less. It's the only word." Like, and I was like, Brayley was just like, "All right, I guess."
Dude, clutch.
Cucked his man right in front of him. It was messed up.
Billy
But I
planted
paid
like
less.
Billy
so-
planted like a sleeper agent or some
Yeah.
shit. And he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
talk him down.
This reminds me, back in February, Toby was selling like a lot of like, groceries.
Oh my god.
And so we're Jake and I are in a call, and we're talking, and Jake's like, "You should hit up Toby for this like lot of torsos." I'm like, "Cool." He's like, "Yeah, Toby told me that he sold me the lot for like I think it was like 32 or something." So I'm like, I go into Toby's DMs. I'm like, can I get this lot for like 32? And that was my offer. He's like, nah, like 36, man.
And then Liam didn't even try and say anything. He was just like, okay.
No, okay, I got him that. He was not budging. I went down to 34, but he did not budge further.
34. Yo, $2 off.
Yeah, I'm not forgiving Toby for this. It's fucked up.
When I put the thing on my story, Toby responded to. He's like, "Oh, no way!" So, shout out Toby if you actually listen to this one. I'm sorry.
Shouts out to Toby's roommate Martin.
Yo, big
Oh my
man.
god, we
He
love
actually
Martin.
DM'd me about this a while ago. He's like, "You need to get on the Billy Pod. Like, that'd be crazy."
Dude, I love Martin.
Much love for Martin. We were just talking
Big
today.
friend of the pod.
He told me I should get on Icon Brick, the person who's been making those album covers. And
Oh, I saw that. I saw him
Yeah.
on TikTok actually.
oh, really? Yeah. I heard that's where he had gotten to start, so I definitely want to get him on. But big fan of Martin, Mr. Brickman. Huge account. If you don't know him.
Huge shouts.
Shout out Brickman's sig fig at Brick Fair 2019.
R.I.P.
Got absolutely destroyed by a burger promoter.
Who would win?
Dude.
That's a myth. That never happened. Imagine a 3-hour episode of just Liam trying to think of what to say.
Then we have a.
That'd be so
We
sad.
have
I forget my name.
I like Legos. What was the question? I blanked out. I
Hey,
was
so you
thinking
should
that.
listen to this band, Car Seat Headrest.
Oh my god. Have you ever heard of JPEG Mafia?
I like the microphones.
Oh, shout out every Lego trainer out there. Like, shout out Liam.
No
Yep, keep this in, Billy.
Shout out Toby.
Billy, keep this
Shout
in.
out
Keep
every
this in,
trainer.
Billy.
They're few
Yeah.
and far between, but
Yeah.
we
I saw
respect
some
our
kid with an
trainers.
Trainers
Apex
stay
profile
together.
picture, so he's probably heard of Blade. Shout out him. I have an idea.
Okay.
I have
go
a
ahead.
great idea to talk about. I'm going to pass the idea over to Will.
What's the idea?
Come up with it.
Oh, dude, we should talk about how much we hate little kids.
Before we wrap up here, any hot takes you want to get off your chest? Let them loose. This is your moment.
I don't have any.
Dude.
I hate you. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Ah, dude, this guy's fucking E-Giant. Shit.
We play Clash Royale.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said this before. Oh my god.
Dude, I said this at the beginning.
Guys, is it okay if I play Clash Royale during the pod?
Hey, he never said no. He never said no,
Okay,
I think.
actual hot take. Okay,
Jake,
here's my hot take. I thought of a hot take finally.
why are there
I-
pencils on this?
Dude, Peter, stop being a hater.
It's glow-in-the-dark pencils.
Now let me be a hater for a minute.
Okay.
I am sick and tired of seeing existing sci-fi
Oh
properties.
my, you said this
modernized.
before. We don't care, Jake.
No, you're just mad because you're wrapped into this. Your stupid Mandalorian figure with the night vision goggles sucks. It's a bad figure, and it sucks.
Yo, we're leaving
Keep this
in. Right?
I think it's so dumb when I see a stormtrooper, but he's wearing a modern vest.
Yeah, or if there's a first order enforcer with handcuffs, that looks dumb as hell.
I just think that stuff is super lame. Like, I don't like it.
Cool.
Wait, so did the podcast officially end at this point, or
No.
is there still recordable content?
Dude, it's
'Cause
still
I really
recording
hope-
right now.
Yeah, I
Dude,
know
that's
it's
a
still
good take
recording.
on my side.
But Jake, shut the fuck up.
Let me think. This was great.
Yeah, no, this actually went pretty well. Good job, guys.
It was
Yeah.
nice sitting on the block for a while.
I'm proud of you all.
Fuck you.
I'm proud of you guys. We were able to pretend for an hour and a half that we're actually
That we're not
good friends
insane.
for multiple years now.
Yeah.
It wasn't really evident in the past recording, but we made it through. Any final words or thoughts from any of you guys?
Free TK.
So true.
Rip Betty White.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
come
real.
This one's for the gerbil. This one's for little
Yeah,
squirrel.
rest in peace. to
Rest
my
in peace,
hamster.
little man.
He lived a good year.
Did it really only live a year?
Dude, he lived like a year and a half, pretty much.
Dude, your hamster fucking blows.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Okay, wait, no, Billy, ask the thing again. Any closing takes?
That is the closing take.
All right. Thank you all for coming on. Any final thoughts or last words from you guys?
Yeah, if any of like you listeners, like you younger guys, want to get closer to us, just shoot Liam a message and say you want to play Among Us with him.
Yeah, please message Liam
He's a
for
big
any
fan.
inquiries.
It's a dying franchise and not enough players are online.
Yeah.
Okay, ask it again.
Oh my god.
Okay, no, I'll be serious this time.
Thank you guys for coming on. It was a good time. We actually were able to pretend for over an hour that we have been good friends, for years now. And it kind of showed in the conversation, I think. So it was a good time. Long time coming that we had this episode. Any final thoughts?
No.
No.
I hate you guys. This is it.
Really, the feeling is mutual.
No, but this was a pretty good time. Billy, you were adequate at best as always. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, we truly appreciate your presence and hosting this.
Yeah, this
Cool.
has been like the most mid hour and a half of my life. I'm excited. I'm overjoyed.
All right, I'm cutting it. And there we go. Another episode for the books. Thank you guys for coming on. Despite all the challenges, it really was a fun time. And if you're listening right now and you don't know any of these guys, check out the Instagram wrap-up post. All of their accounts will be tagged there. They're some of the best builders around, so they are definitely worth a follow. I think that's really all there is to say. I'm glad you listened. If you made it all the way through, I don't know how you did it. I hope you enjoyed it. It really was a fun time recording, and I hope that it was a fun time listening as well. That's all for this week. Make sure to come back next episode as I talk with Al from Mini Bigs.